Okay, we're gonna do another grab bag.
Is it going to be exciting as some of the past ones? Because
Oh, not
I
not
thought
nearly, not nearly. No, this
no.
is gonna be super dull and boring and omnipresent. You're gonna be just really bring you right down, folks.
I may
So,
have to go get an encyclopedia and start reading it from A.
sounds exciting. How about Jeff Beck Group? Huh? Got
Ooh.
any thoughts about Jeff Beck Group?
I was going to say to tell the truth, and he had an album called Truth, and
He did,
yeah,
to tell the truth. Yes, yeah, he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Um, and I know he had Rod Stewart. I'm looking at this one, and I don't see Rod Stewart mentioned on this one. So this was before he had him in the band.
I think you're thinking of the Faces.
No,
Rod Stewart was part
yeah.
of Jeff Beck's group.
Yeah, and Superstition. He was in there, but he was at that time. It sounds so hard to believe, but Rod Stewart wasn't the showman that he became. He was like singing backstage, behind the stage,
Hard to believe.
and didn't want to be.
And his most recent
singing.
record is Novelty Records. Rod Stewart has done with Jules Holland a novelty type record of kind of like doing artists like and
Louis Jordan.
yeah, Louis Jordan. I mean, he's going back.
Well, yeah, that's R&B, and
Yeah.
that's right there. I mean, Rod Stewart and should be doing R&B, and that's
he
R&B,
is.
and that's
He's
original
there.
R&B. Let's go there, and I think that's great. And Jules Holland, I love him, and he was in Squeeze, and
it's drop
music.
the guitar riffs and heavy bass and loud drumming and everything else in arena rock. This is going to be again kind of a small clubbish type music.
Oh well, I like it. It's
Yeah.
all good. I think it's a great thing to do. But this isn't. This is big rock here. I love Jeff Beck Group. I love Jeff Beck, and all these early Jeff Beck records were solid, just solid. I mean, I just enjoy all of it.
Well, he's very very much appreciated by the vinyl community, and his
He should
records
be.
go for some big money.
Yeah. No, I'm with all of them. Beckola, all of it. They're all just
take care of
enjoyable,
that.
and I enjoyed Faces as well, which was Rod Stewart later, but Jeff Beck always played great stuff and was a unique player. Okay, next up we have John Lee Hooker, Teaching the Blues.
If I could interrupt
Guest
you for a
star.
moment, Flash, did you know that when we grew up in Belmont, California, John Lee Hooker lived in the next city, San Carlos, and he lived in a working class neighborhood. He wasn't in any, high on the hill villa or something. He was in the working class part of San Carlos, California.
I remember coming down and visiting down in California one time with our brother Itchy, and we went to a club in San Carlos, and the band that backed John Lee Hooker on tour was performing, and we saw him in a little club. And but it's funny how an artist like John Lee Hooker can make a band so much better. I mean, when they're playing with John Lee, suddenly everyone kind of steps up to the level.
That's what happened on Hooker and Heat, Heat, and that on that record. That is so good a record when it's like he puts a bottom to it.
Yeah. Well, it's just interesting how they
I love it.
make everybody else that much better.
He had a
'Cause-
club at the end of his career. He had a club on Fillmore Street in San Francisco, in which was using more or less his name and paying him a royalty to use his name on the club.
I see.
But he did perform there because he lived locally.
Yeah. I like
very
the
often.
what's the something of the Monsters, more current group, Big Head Todd and the Monsters, and they did Boom Boom with John Lee Hooker shortly before he passed away, and wow, their version is really nice. I really like their version of it with John Lee.
All-time classic song,
Yeah, Boom Boom, for
Ooh.
sure. Johnny Rivers, meanwhile, back at the Whiskey a Go-Go. This is, I think of Johnny Rivers, and I think of my brother. Not this one. No, not this one. The other one. and,
Itchy.
Yeah, Itchy, and he would sing sometimes in clubs, but he'd also sing for the family, and a lot of times he would pull out some of these songs, like Greenback Dollar, or I'm trying to find one here that probably didn't do Susie Q, just because I know somebody doesn't like that tune. But did he? Trailers for
No, that's Roger Miller.
I know, what was the
But
Secret Agent Man.
Oh, you're
Secret
right.
Agent Man. He played Secret Agent Man, and I'm surprised I couldn't think of it there for a second, because man, I used to bug him all the time. Being a little 6-year-old or 5-year-old, going, play Secret Agent Man again, play Secret Agent Man again. I want to hear that again. Can you play that one? And every once in a while he would go ahead and humor me and play it.
I'm sure he could still whip that out.
Oh, I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. I still love that tune. And whenever I see another club band just play Secret Agent Man, which I have seen, there's one locally on the North End that I've seen him play a couple times, Secret Agent Man, and just fun stuff. I mean, and this one is live in a club, the Whiskey a Go Go.
But he had so much success with the Whiskey a Go Go records that there was a series of them.
Right. But you get that feeling of the club and the fun and the energy, just the energy in the room. If you come across Johnny Rivers live at the Go Go, any of those Go Go, check them out. Or even just a Johnny Rivers record. There's one called Changes.
He had so many. Yeah. Don't go there. You'll be in the swamp of the Johnny Rivers.
Going over and over and over.
Rivers records. Oh my gosh.
Say that 3 times fast.
I don't want to do it again.
Okay. How about this artist?
Well, there's been so many reissues of Buddy Holly, and it's nice to see the original album and to look at them. For a lot of years, people would never have worn Buddy Holly type glasses, and now they're in vogue. Everybody wants to have big glasses. But how many times do we think somebody's done a cover of a Buddy Holly song? I mean, it's endless.
Right.
And he died in a plane crash with the Big Bopper and Richie Valens.
Yeah.
At the peak of his career.
Yeah, it was, day music died, right? So, shake, rattle, and roll, rock around with Ollie V, honky tonk, blue suede shoes, rip it up, gone. So, on choral. So, that's a fun one, I'm sure. And we'll go to the Lost Planet Airmen, Commander Cody.
Anybody that could figure out and get a band's name, the Lost Planet Airmen, has got to get double credit.
Try to put that one on the moniker or whatever on top of that.
And drives an old Cadillac.
Yeah. Or here they are with their bus. Yeah, there we go.
That's his Cadillac.
Oh, yeah, on the back.
Oh, in the back. Oh, he had a Commander Cody bus even. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. Woo. They're touring. But, and this is probably a car they just found, for a photo shoot. That was
I gotta believe that's his car.
You think that's his car?
Know it. What a sense of humor the guy had.
Yeah, a lot of comedy mixed in there. And,
how about that cigarette song?
Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, yeah, it is. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. It's on here.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't think he would ever do a show and not do smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette.
We're talking about Buddy Holly, and here's Ray Vaughan. Mm-hmm. Rock That Boogie.
Well, I told you that Buddy Holly and people recording his songs, it just was all over the place, and still is.
I always liked Hot Rod Lincoln. That's not on this one, but I like that one.
Yeah.
And basically he's just reviving older tunes, right? I mean, that was done by somebody else. I think I got something by.
Well, Sleep at the Wheel did a lot of that too.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no.
Especially if you hadn't heard it the first time. Great to hear it. Here's another band I believe was out of L.A.
Oh, definitely was out of L.A.
Okay.
And the leader of it was Randy California.
Yeah.
Who died surfing, I believe. He drowned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I did get to see them later on.
Probably without him.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you couldn't have.
He died pretty young?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. But yeah, I knew that name. But yeah, they had the Cassidy and then the drums, and I enjoyed. I got one of these records. I don't remember which Spirit
I
record
hope
it was.
I hope I'm right on this that they did the song. I got you on the line,
Yeah.
and that had so many great hooks in it. I was just like, it kind of winds you up, and just gets better and better as the song progresses.
Yeah, another fun band. I like them a lot,
Yeah.
and always a good time. Speaking of good times, I always enjoy this record. This is Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, and they did this, and Live Bullet was such a hit that they ended up doing a second one later. After another 10 hits came out, and there wasn't as many hits on it, but it was all fun, upbeat. Good time music. I mean, Nutbush,
very
City Limit,
good.
Traveling Man, Beautiful Loser. I've been working. Turn the page.
Oh, turn the page.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
Yeah. Well, that's a great one, and that is it.
Ooh.
But he did Bo Diddley, Rambling, Gambling Man, Heavy Music, Catmandu. Just a fun, funky, upbeat, and the side four. I mean, we're still moving on here. Looking back at Out of Denver, Let It Rock, and he did. He let it rock, and you could feel the place a rocking when Bob Seger came to town and brought the Detroit blues and rock and roll.
And he took a long. I think he left music for at least 10 years or so. He came back. He wasn't sure how a concert tour would be successful or not, and he sold them out wherever he went. And
I know the one here they canceled, and they rescheduled, and I think they had to cancel a second time even. But they finally got the show, and I didn't get to go to that one. But from the word on the street was it was a great show.
oh yeah,
And
I didn't see him ever live, but I've seen interviews with him, and I think he sounds like a very sensible and grounded. I think is the best way to say, and I think his fans saw that in him. That he means what he sings.
Right. Yeah,
He isn't blowing smoke, folks. He's the real deal,
Rambling
and
Gambling
I
Man.
like that.
Well, that's it for this grab bag. Catch you next time. Champ out.
Hey, don't forget those comments.